Uruguay makes award-winning wines. And while we're all stuck inside, there's actually a parallel reality going on in the Uruguayan countryside because the grape harvest is just finishing. Today, I'm going to take you virtually to Los Nadies. It's a small winery producing premium wines that are sold in Japan, Australia, and mainly in Uruguay to friends. Manuel, the owner, is going to take a break from where he's working with his family, and it's really his family, his wife, Gabriela, and their two sons. Los Nadies was born of a crisis. So it's the kind of perfect place to check out right now.
Good morning. We are doing pump ups. It's a way of taking all the interesting molecules from the skin of the grapes, and in a certain way, that molecules must go into the juice that later will be a wine. So what we are doing now is taking the juice from the lower part of the tank and pumping it up into on top of the skins. The skins float because they are lighter than the juice. So let's see. This has just a little bit of alcohol, not much. And there is Santiago, our eldest son.
Hey Santiago, how you doing? That looks like fun.
Yes. Well, they have been doing this for the last 10 days without stopping.
So it's not so much fun anymore.
It was fun at the beginning. Now, this is one of the most important parts in the winemaking. That cluster of pills that float on top of the liquid is called the hat in every language. What we do is we mix the liquid with the hat. The amount of time we do that every day depends on our daily tasting. So yesterday night we tasted the juice, and we decided the amount of time that we will do these pump ups in each of the tanks. Look at this.
Oh, that's gorgeous. So you're sucking up all of the juice there and putting it into the tank above it.
Exactly, right.
These kids are experts.
This is our daily work. We do this 20 times a day, really 20 times a day. What we are doing is we finish this pump up, now we are going to do the next. This is the juice. There is only juice here. There is no skin falling because the skin is floating.
Right.
And the skins are here. The other thing we are doing is we must taste this in order to know what we are going to do. The important things are this pump up we are doing, the measurements of the density and the temperature, the tasting, and the other thing that we do, and it takes about 1/3 of our time, is cleaning. We must clean a lot. This is an extremely light red. It has been in contact with the skins only for 4 or 5 days.
So Manuel, when you and I talked last week, you told me that you were living life in parallel to all of us living in Uruguay at the moment. So I was wondering, can you tell me a little bit about that parallel reality?
Everyone in this world is harvesting, working. We are working from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. without stopping, sometimes more. We have been working even 16 hours without stopping. So we have really no time to look at our WhatsApp messages or to read the news about what's happening. And someone tells us something or phones us and tells us some news, and it's like, oh, something's happening outside here. It's been one of the best years in our life, not only because of the wine, but because we are in family working all together doing this. So it's an interesting school also for the children.
Because normally the kids would be in school.
Exactly. We carry our normal life. We are not exposed to people that may be infected, just because the people with whom we work, they are living in the countryside also. And we have no exposure to people in the cities, and therefore there's no problem.
I always remember you telling me that Los Nadies itself was born of a crisis.
Our family had already a winery, and in 2010, 10 years ago, our two children were ill. One had a leukemia, and the other one had an important heart problem. His heart would stop beating during the night. And at the same time, my parents decided to sell my great-grandparents' winery. They decided to sell. So, and I was living and working there.
You managed to conserve a small part of the winery, right?
Yes, and from the very beginning, we thought we should live in a way that we won't get extremely rich during very good moments, but we would not get very poor during crisis. This enterprise was thought originally to live during crisis. That's one of the reasons why we only sell our wine to our friends or people who know our friends.
You told me that it's been the best year for winemaking. Well, you tell me more.
In Uruguay, it rains the same every year, but we do not know when that will happen. It may happen scattered during the year. It may happen concentrated much more during the summer or during the winter. There is no real seasons of rain. Rain seasons doesn't exist. This year was a very, very, very special year. It rained concentrated in 3 or 4 rains, very extremely concentrated, rains of 160 millimeters, 80 millimeters, 90 millimeters, and separated between them in at least 1 month. And during that time, of course, there was the sun on top with a lot of sunlight. During the days, the temperature was quite high. It was about 30, 32, 33 degrees. And during the night, the temperature fell a lot.
Which is
16
unusual
and 19.
in Uruguay, because in the summer,
Yes,
at least where you guys are, which is northwest Canelones, to the
Yeah,
north of Montevideo.
So in our place, and also in Colonia, Carmelo, that was a very interesting place of Uruguay to have good wines this year. The quality of the wines of this year will be so great, that probably the wines that this year go to a table wine, last year or next year, those wines will go into an oak barrel. Worst quality of 2020 will be better than the better quality of 2019 or 2021 probably. I was going to do a smaller amount of wine, 2,000 liters more or less, and we are going probably into 7,000 liters.
Which is a huge amount for you. You're a guy that will make 300 bottles of a wine, right?
Yes.
So when have you actually produced wine?
2011, 2015, 16, and 2020. 2018 we have a little bit.
So this is a year that not only are you going to be producing wine, when many years you don't actually produce wine, but it's going to be amazing.
Yes. We make from wine our living. I mean, this is not a hobby. We live from this. The price of a wine is not only the price of the grape and the work it has on it, but also the amount of wines that you've had to discard in order to get this quality. This year that has been an excellent year, the best in the last 40.
Wait a minute. The best in the last 40 years in Uruguay?
Yes. We will have very interesting white wines. We will have very interesting red wines. This is not normal. Normally we have either very good white or very good red. It's very difficult to have these two things at the same time. Very good rosés, very mineral, very complex rosés. That's not easy to have a very complex rosé.
Thank you so much, Manuel. It's just been amazing to talk to you. Thank you so much for taking us away from our current reality and allowing us to parachute in for a little while into the reality of a very artisanal but very professional Uruguayan vineyard. Thank you so much. It's been a real privilege.
Thank you, Karen. And once all this crisis is over, I invite you home.
Now, is that an invitation for me or for everybody that's listening?
For everybody that learns about this through you.
Because you only sell to friends and friends of friends, right?
Exactly.
That's wonderful. Well, that's even more of a privilege. Take care, you guys, and good luck. I'm sorry that I've been interrupting your work right now. In the meantime, even now, if people are in Montevideo, they can still get hold of your wines you're delivering.
Just send a WhatsApp or an email and we send it directly. Normally, we started working this way because of the crisis. We thought that it was an interesting way to work. So we have been doing this during the last 10 years. We finally get to know everyone who drinks our wine, and for me, that's very important.
So, some good news at last for us, wine drinkers anyway. If for you it was total news that Uruguay has an internationally renowned, award-winning wine industry, then I'd invite you to check out the Uruguay Guide to Uruguay. It focuses on beaches, ranches and wine country. You can buy it on Amazon. Thank you for joining us on the Uruguay Corona Chronicles. I really hope that it's helped to lift your spirits, to take you somewhere else for a short amount of time anyway. Look forward to seeing you on Friday when our next episode comes out. Our episodes are coming out on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Stay safe.